So, Grand Rising, everybody. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. Whenever and wherever you're seeing this, do me a favor, drop your city and state, and let me know where you're tuning in from. Today, we're going to be broadcasting on TikTok and YouTube. Every day, we're broadcasting on YouTube. My name is Eric, and I'm coming in from Columbia, South Carolina. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, Nobody knew I was gone, though. So think about this, y'all. If you wanna have a more successful operation, if you want to have a more successful business, you got to communicate, you got to collaborate to gain more customers. Okay, you got to communicate and collaborate to gain more customers. And if you think about that in that context, communication, collaboration to gain more customers, then you'll see how you can actually connect with other people. So this has been broadcasted on YouTube. Of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back later on, do another video on YouTube so I can clean it up because my lighting's not that great. Hadn't been that great for the last couple of days. But my lighting's not that great. I don't have my mic on and all that good stuff. So I'll bring another video out and let you guys see this on the replay. But if you have not followed us on our YouTube channel, definitely go to our YouTube channel. I know you're probably saying, why does this guy keep on talking about YouTube? Because that's what we're getting paid. I'm just gonna be honest with you. We ain't getting paid on TikTok. Okay, we're getting paid on YouTube. So I need y'all to go over there to the YouTube channel. I need y'all to subscribe to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is the blank spot. Go to the YouTube channel. All right. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is the blank spot. Once you go there and subscribe, you'll be able to get alerted to the videos that we get when we go live and also our premieres. Got some new things coming to you guys soon. And just hope to give more value and hopefully you'll find this to be beneficial to what you're doing. So don't be afraid to if it's on TikTok as well. So don't be afraid to don't be afraid to like the video on TikTok. Don't be afraid to share the video on TikTok. Also, if you're on YouTube right now, don't be afraid to like or share this video on YouTube. I'm not gonna stay here long because I noticed that when you get videos, especially on YouTube, people are not looking to get long content. People want quick content. They want to get straight to the matter, and it's just not. I don't know why, but people are just not patient. But anyway, let's talk about this. Let's get into it. Let's say you're a business owner, all right, and this is what people have been asking for. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of this. But let's just say you're a business owner and you're looking to grow your business. You're brand new to business. The first thing you want to do is you want to follow somebody. Okay, that's what happens. You get attached to people. You get attached to people. You see people in these Facebook groups. You see people, and it's mostly Facebook groups. You see people in these Facebook groups, and now because TikTok is this great craze, you see people on TikTok, and you end up following these people. Okay, you end up following these people. Now I'm gonna tell you something. This is just my personality, and we're gonna talk about that as well. Everybody should not be followed. Okay, everybody's not going to be a cup of tea, to include me. So you should follow people for a period of time to see if they're going to be the personality that you're going to gel with, because everybody's not going to be your person to follow. Everybody has different personalities. Everybody has different things that they bring to the table. Everybody has different delivery methods. Okay, and who you start off following, it may not be the person that you end up following to help grow your operation. It's a thing about opening up. It's a thing about opening up and letting go, to be a little bit vulnerable, so you can actually grow your operation or your business. So that's the first thing that happens. You get on these social media channels. It's something that you want to do. Somebody has done it before. So the first thing you do is you cling on to somebody you follow. Well, before you commit to following that person totally, you definitely want to check them out. Check them out and see what they're doing. See what their consistency level is. See what type of information they're sharing. See what they're bringing to the table. Everybody has something to add. Some stuff don't taste good on your plate. Okay, just keep that in mind. Just because somebody's bringing something or adding something to the table, just because somebody's bringing a dish to the cookout, that doesn't mean it's a good dish. So you definitely want to monitor that and see what type of consistency they're giving. But let's talk about communicating. In order to communicate in your current space, and this is for all business owners, even though this is on a crafting platform. This is for all business owners. And you're going to see me in the near future. I'm going to be going live and I'm going to be sharing the same information from our business platform. And I'm trying to get you guys over there as well, because this is not our business communication platform, but that's a whole nother time, another topic for another time. But communication inside of your lane, inside of your field, what you're currently doing, you need to make sure that you're able to communicate properly what you're looking for and what you want to do to the people that you're talking to. So Grand Rising, everybody, as you're jumping on, drop those cities and states. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. Drop those cities and those states. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You got to be able to communicate. For example, if I am working on a vehicle, if I'm an auto mechanic, I cannot, and I'm working on, I'm doing a tune-up. Okay, there's a couple of things that are involved in the tune-up. You're talking about the spark plugs, which is one of the main things. The spark plug wires. You're talking about maybe the fuel filter, maybe the PCV valve. I know a little bit about cars. There's some things that's going to make that vehicle work. So what you have to do is you have to understand the terminology, and communication is about understanding terminology and learning how to relay that information to somebody. So now, as you understand the terminology and you're able to relay that and communicate that to other people, you can now have that conversation. So communication is important. You have to learn the verbiage, you have to learn the definitions, you have to learn what they mean. And that is a part of your part. Remember, if you're connecting or looking to connect with somebody else on a different level, you want to make sure you do your part. Your part is going to be able to communicate with them. They may not share verbiage, or they may not share definitions or words that you understand in the beginning. So it's going to be your responsibility to be able to communicate at a certain level. It's important. We should be able to communicate so we could be talking about the same thing. Nobody wants to feel like somebody's talking over their head, but at the same time, I don't want to, if I'm delivering a message and I'm talking to an audience who should know what field or what area I'm in, I'm going to just assume that you're here and you already know some of the verbiage or some of the, content. So communication is going to be important. Not just communication with the person that you're following or, discussing your business with, but also communicating with your customers, communicating your product, communicating your service. How is your product going to add value to somebody? You got to communicate that. Secondly, collaboration. I see a lot of people straying away from collaboration. Now, let me put this in perspective. There's a certain level that we have to consider. And there are a lot of people who want help. However, help looks different in everybody's eyes. It's going to take you doing something to get help. It's going to take you doing your part to get help. So when you're talking about this person, this company, this business that is actually providing a product or service, collaboration can save you a lot of money, a lot of heartache, and a lot of time. But here's the problem with collaboration. You cannot collaborate with another person, another business, another company on your terms only. I'm going to say that again, just in case somebody in the back missed it. You cannot collaborate. You cannot be willing to collaborate with somebody only on your terms. Remember, they have something that you need. They have something that you want. So if you're only willing to collaborate them on your terms only, then it's going to be a one-sided conversation. It's going to be a one-sided commitment. Okay. It's going to be a give and give, not a give and take. Or it's going to be a take and take, not a give and take. So you got to think about that. A lot of us are set in our ways. We've been working jobs for years, and that's all we know. We've never sold anything in our lives other than our time. We've went on job interviews. We've done resumes. We've sat there to get hired, and we've sold ourselves to a job. But now it's time to sell yourself to an individual. It's time to sell your pitch your business idea to someone who can actually help you to grow. And it's going to be um, it's going to be important that you understand that business is totally different from working in a job. Owning a business, operating a business is going to be totally different than working a job. So you're gonna, when it comes to collaboration, you want to find somebody who can add value to you, but also you got to be willing to bring something to the table other than an empty plate. You got to be willing to bring something to the table other than a to-go plate. And even in the beginning, you're probably saying, well, you know what? I'm just getting started. I don't have much to offer. That's not true. Everybody has something to offer. Something as simple as, hey, you know what? Somebody recommended that I do X, Y, and Z. I looked at it. I saw how it would, how it applied to my life or my business, and I tried it. That's adding something, because now you're basically showing someone that you're taking value from what they're saying and what they're doing. They're not just talking to the wind. Okay. They're not just talking just to be talking. So when you're talking about collaboration is two entities coming together to create a greater opportunity. That's what collaboration is. Collaboration is not me following somebody and me getting information from somebody and me grabbing more information and waiting on them to tell me more things, and then me not adding value or even sharing that information with someone else. That's not collaboration. So collaboration can help you in your business, because if you understand collaboration and how to leverage a collaboration, you now can work your way into gaining more customers. Because after all, more customers in your business or customers in your business is what makes your business. If you don't have any customers, then you're not going to be able to have a business. You just have something that you're doing. So collaboration is going to lead to more customers. Now here's the thing. Everybody's different. I'm gonna slide back to the communication part now. Everybody's different. The way I communicate with an audience, and I can't say my audience, the way I communicate my information that I share with individuals, with the group, may be different from the way someone else communicates. There's so many different how-to books out there. There's so many different business books out there. There's so many different building books, different ways to communicate, how to win friends and influence people, effective communications, 1-minute presentations, um, uh, the millionaire next door. There's so many different things that these personalities have come up with, but don't change who you are. I'm going to say that again. Don't change who you are to make somebody want to do business with you or connect with you. Now, somebody's going to disagree with me. Somebody's going to disagree with me. Somebody's going to say, hey, you know what? You have to play the game. You have to know what you have to do is you have to be human. Have to be human. Um, there are going to be some great qualities about you. You have some great qualities, and you're going to attract people who are going to want to communicate with you, collaborate with you, and be your customer. But I say this in the most gracious way that I can. If you find yourself changing yourself just to collaborate with somebody, if you find yourself changing yourself just to get more customers, you're going to lose yourself inside of what you're trying to do. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about because you do it at work every day. You call it doing what I have to do. There's levels to that. Don't lose your integrity trying to get money. Communication, man. There's lots of people that's been on this platform for years or on these social media platforms for years, and you got to be able to tell your story. Stories sell. Stories sell. Um, I started out in network marketing, and I was taught by some very educated network marketers, some very wealthy individuals, that a story sells, and you have to be able to connect with people with your story, because eventually you're going to run across somebody who has a similar story. Somebody's going to be able to connect with you. So stories sell. So that's going to be important. You cannot be afraid to share your story. However, got to remember it's a business. There has to be a line, some type of division. Um, I know it may seem like I'm all over the place, man. That's why I definitely need to, make sure I do this video again to put it out about communication, collaboration, and our customers. But it seems to me that there are a lot of people who are following. There's a lot of people who are following people just because of their popularity, but you'll never be able to collaborate with that person. A lot of people are following people because they have gained some type of notoriety. They may give out some great nuggets, but you're not on their level, and they have surpassed where you are. So how are you going to build your business by not being able to communicate with that person or that company? How are you going to be able to build your business by not being able to collaborate with that company? How's that going to help you gain more customers? Some things are obvious. When in business, you cannot lead with your emotions. You can't. Um, Changing who you are to get what you want is nothing more than a lie. And if you tell one lie, you got to tell another one. It's easier just to be yourself. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't some things that we can improve on by being ourselves as we communicate with others, whether it's our delivery, whether it's the way that we react or respond, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, if you learn how to communicate in your operation, um, if you learn how to communicate in your operation, whether you're calling it a business, a side hustle, or hobby, whatever you want to do, you will be drawn to people who can actually assist you on getting to the next level. I think it's important, and this is just my opinion. I think it's important that you definitely vet people before you actually go full throttle in following them. Um, I believe that it's important that you don't get lost in their information. I also believe that it's important that you don't just write down and jot down things. I think after a session similar to this, if you've written some things down, I think it's important to go back and see what applies to you and how you can actually put that into action. Some of you guys walk around with five, y'all remember being in high school, right? The 5 subject notebooks. Some of y'all walking around with a 5 subject notebook full of notes, and um, you've never once put anything into action. Which one of those things apply to you? Which one of those things apply to your life? Which one of those things apply to your business? Which one of those things can help you to get to the next level? Information is free, but you're going to pay dearly for what you don't know and what you don't know how to apply. The knowledge that we get, the information that's shared, the knowledge that's shared, that's experience. And let's just be honest, nobody owes us anything. So it has to be a reciprocation, has to be some type of back and forth. If you cannot bring anything to the table, or you don't feel like you bring anything to the table right now, get your skills up, level up, get yourself together, put yourself in a position to where you can add value, put yourself in a position to where you can bring something to the table. If all you're doing right now is just, taking notes, that's fine. But it has to be some point in time in your life to where you stop taking notes and you start taking those notes and applying some of those things to your life. Someone said, this is going to be a little bit touchy, okay? When somebody's sharing information, it can become taxing, it can become draining. And for the person that is receiving the information, that's where the excitement is. But for the giver, or the deliverer of the information, it can be a little taxing. So when somebody's sharing information and you find value in it, this is kind of off topic, but when somebody's sharing information and you find value in it, you got to find a way to honor that information, for lack of better words. People are not required to share. It's not a requirement. And I'm going to talk about gatekeeping tomorrow, and what that term actually means versus what people think it means. People are not required to share anything. There's a misunderstanding or miscommunication about how small businesses should be with each other. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother time. But people are not required to share anything. And if you don't communicate, if you're not a good communicator, if you're not great with communication, if you can't bring your point across, then sometimes it may seem like somebody's holding things back from you. But everything that you need to know is out there. You just have to get off your hind parts, get up and do your part. And that's the research. Once you become a little more educated about what you want to do, you can go out and look for the people that you want to collaborate with, or that you're interested in collaborating with, because you now feel like, hey, you know what? I have something to bring to the table. And from that, it's going to give you an insight. I believe it's going to give you more insight to gaining more customers. So once again, this is Eric coming in from the blank spot. I'm broadcasting on YouTube right now and TikTok. If you are not following us on all of our social media platforms, everything is the blank spot. You can follow us and or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to be giving some different content. I am not a content creator. I just share content. We're going to be giving some different content. And some of you guys are going to be on TikTok and you'll be like, hey, I hadn't seen Eric on TikTok. That's because I'm on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, then of course you're not going to see me. If somebody's sharing information with you, you got to get it how they're giving it. Just in case y'all missed that, I'm gonna say it again. It may be comfortable, it may be it may be convenient for you to be on one platform, but if somebody is giving some information that you want and you find value in it, you're gonna find them. So we have a schedule. We have a schedule where we actually share information on different platforms every day. And if you don't know where to find us, I recommend you go to the TikTok platform. I did a video. There's a schedule out there. You can find out where we're going to be tomorrow, what platform we're going to be broadcasting to tomorrow. But bottom line is every day we're on YouTube. Every day. And that is once again because YouTube is paying us. TikTok ain't paying us. So it may be comfortable for you to be here But we're going to communicate on YouTube every day in hopes to get more people over to that YouTube channel to understand that you can go back and look at these videos over and over again. So that's about it. I've been on here too long anyway. Thank y'all for jumping on. I appreciate it. That's my time. I got to get going because I got some things. I got some things to do, take care of today. So appreciate you guys for jumping on. It has always a plum pleasing pleasure to have you guys in front of us. Don't just take notes. Don't just jot down things. Find out what applies to your business, to your side hustle, to your hobby, what, to your life, and then apply it. Um, Fear is not an option. Fear is either going to prepare you, it's going to either propel you or paralyze you. But saying that I'm afraid and then going to a job, I can't deal with that. That's just my personality. Saying I'm afraid to do business, but I go to a job every day. I don't understand that. That confuses me. It really confuses me. So, people prioritize and they do what's important to them. And if it's important to you, you'll make a way. If it's not, then you'll make an excuse. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I see everybody at the top because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.